This video shows how I ran electric to both my shed and my garage. I'm not an electrician, I don't claim to be, but I believe I did everything according to code and was able to do this safely on my own house. I hand dug this trench with a pick and a shovel. I didn't use a trencher like I should have, but I was afraid that I would damage the trees in my yard. I used 12-2 UF or underground feeder cable rated for direct burial, and I ran that so I could run a 20 amp circuit, but I only ended up running it on a 15. I made sure that I had enough wire. I bought 250 feet, which was more than enough for my 120 feet of trench that I had to run it through. I also have two trenches, one that runs straight to the shed, and this one runs to the right, runs to the garage. Both of these had previous electric to them at one time, but it was above ground, which was cut. This is the plastic conduit I ran it through. I hand fed it through the 10-foot sections of conduit pipe. I should have used wire lube, and I did for most of it, and I should have used fish tape, but it kept getting jammed, so I hand fed most of it through the 10-foot sections, which I'm sure there's an easier way, but this worked. Here you can see the end of my run. There it goes into the house, then it comes down through the trench. When it hits the point, or the T-point here, it's not a junction. There's no connections there. It's two separate lines, one separate circuit for the garage that runs to the left, and one circuit that runs to the shed that runs straight. This is the run that runs to the garage. It runs up through the ground, comes up through that flexible pipe, into the side of the garage, and into a receptacle. From there, I ran to my garage door opener and the other things. This is the run that runs to the shed. This runs straight through to the ground, right into the shed. Same thing, runs into the receptacle once it gets into the shed. And then I was able to make all my receptacles from that point. Again, I ran this on a 15 amp circuit, not overloading the wire, and that's how I did it.